Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to welcome you to BIVA trading floor. Today, we honor to receive a key figure on the global ETF industry, Deborah Fair, managing partner and founder of Etfgi. Thank you, Deborah. On every special day, we celebrate the 6th annual Etfgi Global ETFs Insight Summit Latin America in partnership with BIVA. Etfgi, founded in 2012 by Deborah, has become the leading independent research and consulting firm covering the entire global ETF and ETP industry. Its global research and deep analysis have made it an indispensable source of information for issuers, asset managers, institutional investors, and regulators around the world. Today, Etfgi maintains a unique database that includes more than 11,000 ETFs and ETPs, with nearly 24,000 listings across 81 exchanges in 63 countries. Impressive numbers. It's also the only firm that publish ETF monthly reports on every region. That's impressive. Congrats. For BIVA and Mexican market, ETFs are highly relevant. Currently, there are more than 1,500 ETFs listed on the SIC market. Over the past 2 years, the ETF trading volume has represented around 35% of the total trading volume in Mexican markets. In 2024, we probably reached 40% of market share on the ETFs listing, and this year, BIVA has captured 52 of the new listing ETFs. So that's quite impressive also, which comes from many of the top global asset managers. Given the relevance of the ETPs, Etfgi stands and key ally in delivering timely insights and supporting decision-making across all stakeholders in the equity markets. Deborah's career has played a key role on promoting transparency, expand access to information, and supporting the growth of the ETP industry. At BIVA, it's a true privilege to welcome her. Hi, Deborah. Thank you very much. And please, we will start with the questions. What are some key takeaways from Etfgi latest reports on global ETF trends?
Well, thank you so much for having me today. It's really a pleasure to be here. So if we look at the ETF industry, the listing of the first ETFs, and that was in Canada. The US came 3 years later. If we look at the end of April data, we have had a record net inflows of $629 billion. So if you look at all of last year, it was $1.8 trillion. So we're on path to have more net inflows this year. And we've had 71 months of consecutive inflows. That's almost 6 years, which is very impressive. $15.4 trillion. So what we are seeing is the use of ETFs is just expanding. New types of products are coming to market. We're seeing that many of the ETF issuers want to provide retail investors with access, financial advisors, and institutions. So we're really seeing this to be a very robust market all over the world, as you said. So I think those would be some of the most exciting trends that we see.
Yeah, perfect. What are the trends that you're observing on the ATP industry, especially in Latin America?
Yeah, when I look at Latin America, there are some unique things that are happening. So if you look at some of the countries, you've seen the World Bank partner with ministries of finance or treasuries to create products to allow access to fixed income, which often is very difficult. You also see here in Mexico, which was one of the first markets that really embraced ETFs for the pension funds, expanding significantly and seeing the growth in retail and financial advisors. And as you said, we're also seeing many UCITS products come to market. I think we've seen that even smaller markets like Argentina is starting to list ETFs. We're seeing the combination of the exchanges, Chile, Colombia, and Peru. So I think that's a significant change. We're seeing governments in Chile trying to change the pension plans to go from being risk profile to target date. So there's a lot of change that's happening. But I think net, everyone is looking at how can ETFs be embraced by investors in different pockets of the ecosystem to help them implement asset allocation.
Yeah, totally true. And what are the main drivers behind this global growth on the ATP today?
I think one of the main drivers is the fact that ETFs are the only democratic investment product out there. And by that I mean an Afores can buy them, you can have a financial advisor, and you or I can buy them. So we all have access to the exact same toolbox, same annual cost, and very small minimum investment size. And for that reason, people look and say, well, if a pension fund is using it and I can, that's a pretty good deal. And so I think transparency, cost efficiency, innovation, many younger people are using digital platforms, so I think technology is playing a very important role. I think innovation, the types of products coming to market is also very important. And the fact that governments are also encouraging people to think about investing as opposed to just putting their money in bank accounts. So I think those would be some of the major drivers I see right now.
Yeah, the ETF industry has been really popular in the coming days. So tell us about today, the 6th annual Etfgi Global ETF Insight Summit at BIVA. What's on the agenda?
Yeah, so today, the goal of all of our events is really to be an educational platform and also to allow an opportunity for networking so people can learn, understand, ask questions. I think the big thing is you don't want people to assume they know something. They should feel comfortable to ask. So we're going to have an opening remark by your CEO, which we're very happy for, the government. We're going to have regulators talk a bit. We're going to be talking about best practices in due diligence, how to think about trading, asset allocation, some networking breaks. So this is really, for me, a very important opportunity to be able to partner with you and your colleagues. And I want to say a special thank you to Alvaro and Alejandra because they've been amazing to work with. They really have helped me a lot in my team. And also I want to thank Margarita and Claude for their help. So.
Thank you, Deborah, and we're really excited about today's annual conference. So you have been a pioneer on the ETF research globally. What originally inspired you to start Etfgi, and how's been the journey around that?
Yeah, so this month actually marks 28 years that I've been doing research on ETFs. So when I started, there were only 21 ETFs and $8 billion. So I spent 11 years at Morgan Stanley, 3 years at BGI BlackRock. And then in 2012, I decided that it was time to create an independent firm to do research. Because still at that time, many people were skeptical about ETFs. What are they? So the need to have someone to help on the education, to cover the world, because no one else was doing it. And even today, there's not really many people who look at ETFs everywhere, and to also hold events. So it's really to help the industry grow and to provide a community to support that effort.
Perfect. Thank you, Deborah, and please welcome you and your team to the trading floor so we can do the ringing bell.
Thank you.
Thank you.